Welcome back to another episode of the Mythic Giraffe Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Ron. And we're doing this late on a Thursday because of me. I'm a bad person.
You're not a bad person. You went to the gym. That's good.
Yeah, but I took a nap before that.
What's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with a nap.
I know. I try to make myself be regimented, get to the gym before noon, get it all out of the way. And then I get off work and I'm like, I need a nap.
Yeah, sometimes you need a nap, especially you just worked a 24.
Sometimes you need a nap.
Yeah. I try it all the time at work, but my boss yells at me.
That's not true.
No, it's not because my boss is out there being a maniac.
Yeah. Let's close the door. They wouldn't even know.
Oh, God, yeah. Yeah, there was something yesterday. He's like, oh, yeah, that's right. You report to me. It's like, yeah, sure thing, boss.
Yeah. I'll give you $100. You could log into Elite. I've got big news.
See, I'm a big afternoon workout guy.
Oh, really?
Well, now that I'm on day work, because I'll take like the last hour of the day, work out, and then I just go right home from that.
I'd much rather work out in the morning.
Yeah.
But I can understand. I do work. I mean, some of my dumbass days I do now where I work out like 4 times in one day.
Oof.
A little nuts.
Yeah.
But
so what's the big news?
Shockingly, through really no agency of myself, I'm going to see Deadpool and Wolverine tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'm going Saturday.
What? You going Saturday?
We're going Saturday at like 3 something.
Going tomorrow at 4.
Nice.
And seeing it in IMAX.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All the maxes.
All of the maxes.
Yeah, I see. I think we're seeing it in RPX.
Cool.
Really powerful xylophone, I guess. I don't know.
Right, that's the best kind of xylophones.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, yeah, my wife was like, "You never want to go to the movies." I was like, "Oh, I'll go to the movies for this."
Yeah, I really had no intention of going. I mean, it wasn't like I was against it, but friends of mine were talking about it, and they're like, they said something, and I was in the middle of our work shift yesterday, and we were a little busy, and it was the first part of the conversation happened before I got dispatched to Snow Hill Road for a call, and I said, "Oh, I want to go to see Deadpool eventually too," and then while I was on the call, they said, "Okay, we ordered your ticket," and I was like, "Well, I guess I'm going to see Deadpool."
Hey, there you go.
So I told my wife, I was like, "Did you want to see this?" She's like, "Yeah, eventually, but we can see it on streaming." I was like, "Oh, thank God."
Yeah, see, my wife was like, "Yes, we've seen all of them in the theaters together." So,
well, that's nice. Yeah, so I'm going tomorrow at 4. Hopefully, it's not crazy.
Yeah,
we'll see.
Folks out there, do not spoil things if you see it early.
Does it matter?
It does. I like a little bit of surprise in my life.
Fair, you do, but what could they spoil?
I don't know.
It's going to be Deadpool and Wolverine.
Yeah.
And even if they spoil it, you're just going to be like, still excited to see the thing.
That's true. God, Ryan Reynolds was made for that character.
Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, clearly he has a love for the character, which really helps in that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I would say he's got to be the pinnacle of all of the. Robert Downey Jr. did a really good job.
Yeah, that's Tony.
That's a tough. And honestly, I'm going to give Chris Hemsworth a lot of credit. He did a really good Thor.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not done, I don't know.
The Australian accent, but...
well...
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he definitely, played it well.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, for the way the first 2 Thor movies were written.
Yeah. That second Thor movie is...
It's rough. Yeah.
That's a rough movie to get through.
Yeah. It should have been cool.
Yeah. It should have been.
Yeah.
I never saw the 4th Thor movie.
The Love and Thunder?
5th Thor movie. Yeah, which is the one with Christian Bale. That Love and Thunder.
Yeah, that was Love and Thunder.
I've never seen it yet.
It's fine. It's not like, oh my gosh, but it's not Thor 2.
That's a glowing review.
What's that?
The worst. That's a glowing review.
Oh yeah. Well,
the worst part is since Love and Thunder has been out on streaming, and I have access to the streaming, I have watched Ragnarok since then.
Oh yeah, Ragnarok is just fun.
Yeah. Ragnarok's one of those movies I can just put on and be like, oh, I can watch this while I do other things and still enjoy myself.
Yes. Yeah. Playing any fun games?
Really, no. I've been playing Frostpunk just because I'm waiting for Frostpunk 2.
Okay.
And that's really it right now. I want to play, but I downloaded Baldur's Gate and updated it again.
Yeah.
And I want to get through it, and I was like, such a commitment. It
is. I think it's one of those like once a year games.
Yeah, it feels kind of like a once a year game.
Yeah. It's like that new DLC for Elden Ring came out. I've been watching somebody play it, his playthrough, and I'm like, do I go back to Elden Ring? Do I hate myself that much?
I downloaded it. I didn't download the DLC yet. I downloaded Elden Ring again because I'm not a huge Dark Souls person.
Yeah.
Like, do I really want to play this? And I downloaded it, and as far as I've gotten, I've done nothing with it.
Yeah.
So
I've been playing this game called Stellar Blade. It's made by I think it's a Korean company. It's like one of the first big name Korean games, but it's like a hack and slash kind of thing. It's a lot of fun. The combat's fun and everything, but I feel bad playing it because the protagonist is a very well endowed, big bootied Korean girl.
Yeah.
So
that's fair. You're allowed to enjoy it. I'll give you a pass.
Okay. Well,
as a well-endowed, big booty Korean girl myself, I'll give you a pass. Yeah, I'm not into that culture. That weird culture.
Oh, yeah. I mean, some of the costumes you can put her in, I'm like, this is borderline stuff.
It was like that game Bayonetta.
Oh, yeah. Where, was it? Her hair is her costume or something?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Always make me feel a little skeevy.
Well, inevitably, you could be playing through the whole game normally and everything, and then it comes to that like one scene that's really over the edge or something, and that's when your wife or somebody walks in. You're like,
right.
I promise the whole game's not like this. I promise.
Right. Yeah.
My oldest, she walked in the room the other. Oh my! I was like, stop. That's no.
You're about to go to college. You're gonna see much worse.
Oh God. As I sit here looking at the table full of college supplies in front of me.
Oh yeah, college. What does college surprise mean?
Surprise. Like for her dorm, she's got coat hangers and a new pillow and sheets and a shower caddy and a little mini vacuum and a fan, all kinds of stuff.
I feel like when I went to college, I just scavenged everything. I walked to college with my clothes, and then I was like, I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah, she had big orientation the other day. She signed up for 17 credits her first semester.
Holy nuts.
That's what I said. But she said her advisor was like, that's not bad. Or she said it's average.
What?
Yeah, she's taking 2 maths and 2 sciences with labs and a piano lab.
What the?
Yeah. Yeah, and piano lab is Mondays at 8 a.m.
Oh.
Yeah.
I had a very hard rule through college. No classes before 11.
Yeah. Oh, no. My freshman year, I was like, yeah, I'll knock them all out in the morning. And then I learned after that. No.
Nay.
Yeah.
Every class after 11, once a week, Wednesday, 3-hour classes. That was the trick to life.
Nice.
Yeah, you had that Wednesday night class that was, 7 to 10 or whatever, 6 to 9. And yeah, I had 17 credits.
Yeah, she's an animal.
I got to have a long guidance talk with this girl. There's a lot of information I got to pass on to her before she goes away to college. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you just, when you get to college, you just figure out you don't need all that crap and you buy all your supplies on the college bookstore, right?
Sure. Yeah, we haven't bought books yet. So I'm assuming that's going to be part of move-in day at the end of August.
Prepare to hate life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Prepare to spend $1,000 on books.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I found out that when we move her in, we're also moving her roommate in because her roommate's father can't make it that day.
You are such a sucker.
Yeah. Yeah, I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt bad because she was like talking to her friends before the orientation day or whatever. And her and this other girl got into the honors college. And they're like, yeah, our dorm's over here. Well, you've got one near us, right? And the girl was like, no, mine's on the other side of campus because I am a normal person. Like,
Fair. Our honors dorm was in Central Campus. I didn't go to the honors dorm. I went to West Campus because, I'm a normal person. And those people are weird. They were weird.
Well, I didn't live on campus because I was so close, so I just commuted.
Well, I basically was homeless while I was in college, so I lived in my dorm.
So that's where the homeless thing started.
Yes. Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm a little jealous of her. College was good times.
Yeah, I would say she'll have a good time.
All of my friends who are my oldest friends, except for like my very oldest friends, are from college.
Yeah.
So most of my very lasting relationships are from college. I didn't go to high school with 4 people, so it's,
It was 5. Yeah, but I went to high school with people like Donnie.
Sure. Yeah. But college it's such a good time.
Yeah.
And it's such a wasted time on kids. You are way too dumb to go to college. Like you don't know anything about anything.
Right.
You don't know what you want to do. You don't know what you want to be.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. Yeah, she's like, well, it's right now she's got a double major. Science, it's like science education science, lab science or something like that. And music education. I was like, well, those are 2 ends of the spectrum.
Yeah. So, those are
oof. Yeah. Yeah, at first she's like, well, it's not a double major. It's like, okay. And then the other day she's talking about stuff. She's like, yeah, when I do all this and when I finish, I'll have a bachelor's of science and a bachelor's in music. So, or a BA. It's like, so you'll have 2 bachelors, right? So that's 2 degrees. What's another name for 2?
And also they couldn't be, you're making a lot of extra work for, unless her college is different, but it sounds like you made a lot of extra work for yourself.
So they accepted some of her AP test scores for credit. And then she took like a bunch of basics, like Englishes and stuff at Warwick. So some of that stuff transferred over.
Yeah, but she's going to have like,
oh yeah,
her
she'll be
breath requirements are going to be crazy because she's got 2 different colleges she's dealing with.
Yeah. Well, that was the thing. Like on her schedule, she's like, yeah, the piano lab's not showing up because the School of Music has to add that. I was like, ooh, Jack Black. She just got stared at me. It's like, yeah, never mind.
Yeah, it's not worth. Not worth explaining that joke.
One second, I looked at her schedule. I was like, oh, you're taking chemistry. That's so much fun. She's like, I'm not looking forward to that. I was like, chemistry is awesome. She's like, yeah, no. Yep. And she had to take like some math placement thing over the weekend. And she's like, yeah, there were questions on there about some kind of triangle stuff. I was like, oh, Pythagorean theorem. She's like, no. I was like, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. She's like, again, that's Pythagorean theorem. No. It's like right triangle has a 90-degree angle in it. She's like, oh my God, Dad, just shut up.
It's all triangles. Everything's triangles. Everything I learned in college is triangles.
Yeah. 1/2 base times hypotenuse. Or 1/2 hypotenuse times base or something for the area. I don't know.
Sure.
Yeah.
The biggest lie that was ever perpetrated against me was that I would never have a calculator when I need it.
Yeah.
That was the biggest lie that was taught to me.
Yeah. Yep. Well, she said for this, they were only allowed to use a scientific calculator, not a graphing calculator. I was like, you're taking this virtually. How will they know?
Integrity.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, that's the other thing. My child, she would feel horrible if she did that.
Sure.
The little one, no.
Yes. Yeah. I took one math class in college because I had to. It was math for non-math majors.
See, I was a bio major, so I took math. I had to take stats 3 times.
I started out as a bio major, and then I saw them all up at 8 o'clock in the morning one day, and I said, "Oh no, I don't want to do this." Yeah. And I switched to history.
We made our own aspirin in chemistry.
Exciting.
Yeah.
I took margaritas to class. We got
like
cookies in Latin.
We used the aspirin.
We got cookies in Latin.
We got cookies in Latin.
When you came to Latin class, you got a cookie.
I got a 0 in an English class.
That you withdrew when you didn't do the paperwork?
No. I got the first paper back, and all I got were these hash marks on the corners. So I went after. I was like, "What the hell?" So I went to the professor or whatever. I was like, "Hey, what's my grade?" And they're like, "Oh, your 0 is too big for the paper. It's just that." I was like, "Oh, cool. Dropping this class."
You're a 0? How did you get a 0?
I don't know, Ron.
What did you do?
I don't know.
Did you write it in a different language?
Maybe. Yeah.
I took a class that I showed up for the first day and for the midterm and for the final.
Nice.
And got an A.
Oh
God. One of my best friends to this day was in that class.
Yeah.
And the day of the final, I just ran into him at the dining hall because, inevitably my finals were the last days of finals.
Okay.
I never got out early. And we're eating breakfast, and I'm like, "Where are you off to?" He's like, "Oh, I got my biblical classical literature final." I'm like, "Me too." He's like, "What? You've never been in that class?" I'm like, "No, I've been in the whole class the whole time. I've just never gone." And he's like, "This is impossible." And I'm like, "No, I really am in that class." And I went there, and we got done. I got done my final, and he's like, "What did you get in that class?" I said, "I got an A." He's like, he was so angry.
Well, it's like one of the lieutenant's tests or whatever we took. Remember, you and I got done like 5 minutes. We hear the one guy in the back of the room, "God damn it!"
Yeah.
See, that was a problem with me in I'm not trying to sound braggy about this, but I didn't have to really apply myself at all in high school, and I got straight A's. I got to college, and I was like, "Oh crap, I need to study." So I really did not do good one semester.
I did fine if it was a class I gave a damn about. Yeah. When I didn't care, I did not do well. That was my problem in college. And because I had determined that I only wanted to care about history classes, I got great grades in history. I always struggled in French. I had to take Latin 1, Latin 2, French 1, 2, and 3.
Shoo.
And I'm not good at languages. So those were rough. But when I cared about classes, but by the time I get to my junior year, when you no longer have to take the bullshit classes, I did very well in college.
Oh yeah, me too. Yeah. God, I remember I took this one class, biology of fishes. It was such a great class.
It sounds awful.
It was great. We learned all about different fishies.
I took rocks for jocks.
Comparative anatomy. That was a fun one.
I took the history of Star Wars in film.
I took the philosophy of Star Wars.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I
don't really remember it.
Do well in my philosophy class.
Yeah.
I had to take 2 philosophy classes. I hated them. I take linguistics. I could not stand linguistics.
Yeah.
It was rough.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I said, once I got into my major, which that's the problem with like college, especially, I don't know, a BS, but in a BA, you got to take a lot of crap that you do not care about. Your
Yeah.
freshman and sophomore year is basically just crap. There's nothing to do with your major.
Well, I feel like any college, it's like that. At least your freshman year, it's all electives and bullshit,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
yeah, like gym. Why do you have to take physical education in
I had to take
college?
racquetball.
Really, I just took like generic physical education, and they're like, yeah, you can write essays or run a 5K like every other week. I was like, I will run a 5K.
Took a racquetball because the racquetball gym was close to my dorm.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. I took leadership.
Okay.
1 and 2.
All right.
Yeah. Something.
I was part of campus EMS for a few semesters.
I got turned down by the campus EMS.
Ooh.
I was not happy.
Yeah. Well, they've got like a robust one up there.
Yeah, they have a.
Yeah. SU's was like, oh yeah, just sit over there and we'll send you out on a golf cart if we need to.
No, they actually have a responding ambulance, and
Yeah.
they actually have command buggies and stuff now.
That's impressive. Yeah. Yeah.
And then I finished 20 years later. 15 years later, whatever it was.
Yeah. You still finished though. That's what matters.
Yeah, that's all. That's all that matters to me.
Yeah.
I mean, I still don't use my degree for anything.
You
I don't use
do.
the degree part.
Yeah.
I learned to do research, write well,
Yeah.
have terrible handwriting.
Yeah. Now,
Stupid
would you call
woodworks.
yourself a historian?
No.
Really?
No.
You got a history major though.
I mean, I have a degree in history. It's the best I can say.
Yeah.
A historian's a job. They don't have a job as a historian. Like, I have friends who are actual historians. I'm not a historian.
Oh.
It's it's like a biologist versus a biology major. You wouldn't call yourself a biologist.
The hell I wouldn't.
Okay. Disregard. Historian, somebody does research. I don't do research.
Yeah. Is there a doctor on this plane? No, but I'm a biologist.
Why would you want a doctor? You should be saying, is there a paramedic on this plane?
Exactly. Yeah, that always kills me. It's just, everybody thinks like the highest, quote unquote, the highest level of medicine is where you need to go. And at that point, yeah, you want, I don't even know if you want a paramedic. You want a good EMT.
A good EMT. Yeah.
God,
I mean,
you don't want a nurse.
I tell my wife that all the time. She's like, well, you're a paramedic. You can do things. I'm like, do we have drugs? My paramedic skills are useless now.
Yeah. Yeah, but the good thing is, I mean, you do have a basic, level.
I mean, I would say I'm a pretty good person at first aid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very useful in that situation. But the paramedic part of it is not useful.
Oh, yeah, no.
You need somebody to tie a tourniquet, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
But I can't give you epi. I shouldn't give you epi anyways. Every time I take a class, they tell me I should be giving epi anyways.
You stumble across somebody and, they're like, oh, I think I'm having some chest pain. Well, based on the way you're presenting, you might be in Winky Bach.
I'm not Jeffrey Salambrino. Jeffrey Salambrino would figure out a way to make 12 leads out of coconuts and a hamster wheel. Look at this. On your 12 lead, you're having a...
He moves the coconuts.
What's a Rauschenbachers am I? You don't see a lot of these.
Yeah. Oh, wait, there's lead 1. Let me move this over here a little bit. There's lead 2. Look, if we move it over here, we have lead AVL.
Yeah.
Jerk.
I put him on a deserted island. He would figure out a way to do 12 leads.
Yes, he would.
Yeah.
God. And laugh about it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I used to love when he would be like, Wismer, you're smart. Tell me how this is. I'm like, Jeffrey, you have surpassed me by about 17 years.
Yeah.
I will never catch up to your knowledge at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, the Padawan has definitely become the master at this point.
Yeah, you have proven to me that I wasted my entire career. Thank you.
Yeah. What's like, and I remember one time, like, I sat down with him. I was like, "What did you do before this? Were you
He's a
like?"
bartender.
Yeah, he said, "I worked at a restaurant." I was like, oh, "Shut up and go somewhere."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
God,
Yeah,
it's like
he would
the
bring
Goodwill
he
Hunting or something.
he would bring me 12 leads all the time. Be like, "Well, what does this mean?" I'm like, "FLB." He's like, "What is an FLB?" I'm like, "I don't know, fucking looking Pete." He's like,
Yeah,
"What?" I'm like, "Dude, too fast, too slow, regular,
yeah,
regular. Is this person dying?
exactly.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Are you
good old
actively
Jeffrey.
dying? No. Is there something I need to immediately act upon? No. Okay.
Yeah, that's my boy.
Yep. Might I give you some of this sweet, sweet baby aspirin?
It's cherry flavored.
Yeah. I had a guy today. It's a minor car accident. He's like, "Oh, my back's hurting a little bit." I was like, "Are you allergic to anything?" So, I don't really like to take pain meds. I was like, "Well, I mean, I could give you some Toradol, or I could give you some Tylenol." He's like, "Yeah, I'll take Tylenol." Okay. He was like, "Is it like pills?" I was like, "Oh no, I have these little sippy cups for you." Yeah, but sure enough, I did. I gave him 4 of Tylenol.
I can honestly say I never gave the Tylenol.
Yeah,
There's two drugs I've never given: Tylenol, and I never gave dopamine.
really.
Mm.
Yeah,
Never had the opportunity.
yeah.
Yeah,
God, I remember.
it's
Yeah.
Jeffrey again. Like 2 weeks into him being cleared, he's like, "I gave dopamine." I'm like, "What? I've never given dopamine. What's going on?"
Well, like knowing him, well, they complained that they've, been having some renal insufficiency lately. So I gave him, 3.5 mics per kilo. That just
You got it wrong. Knowing Jeffrey, he's like, "Well, I looked at their eyes, and I could notice by the drooping of their left eyelid that this is what's going on. And that really is a sign of renal instability." So I did a 12 lead, and that 12 lead showed me that they were in hyperkalemia from renal. I'm like,
yeah,
"Okay, you're right."
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
their left eyelid was drooping, and then I noticed on the right eyelid they were missing 5 more eyelashes than on the left, and that's a
right,
huge sign of,
right.
yeah,
And
that's
I didn't have any
Chekhov's.
dopamine, so I distilled some from this deer on the side of the road. Yeah,
uh,
yeah, that's our boy.
yeah. Well, you had the doc tell you to give, what was it, Mag one night?
Oh yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
well, I don't have that, but you need
yeah.
to give
Would you
it.
like?
But I
I
don't
said,
have it.
would you like me to drive to Delaware so I can pick it up from another
Yeah.
paramedic?
Let me go to the apothecary.
Yeah, let me stop at the old Happy Harry's and see if they've got some. Yeah. Well, on to topic one,
Sure,
as we
topic
reminisce
one.
about the olden days.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with reminiscing about the olden days. Is there an item that makes you feel less like a competent person than it feels like you should be? Because the item for me is ratchet straps. How can they be so frustratingly bad? There's It's a joke, right? It's some sort of redneck joke to catch city folk like me, right? You guys have like a class in school or something about ratchet straps,
Yeah.
and like I was never took that class. Is that what's going on?
It was every day we had to, ratchet the desks down so they didn't blow away.
It's got to be something like that because every time I feel like I'm a smart-ish individual. I feel like I understand how they work, and they never work right.
And basic comprehension of physics and
They, they never release. They never ratchet correctly. I don't know what's going on. It makes me feel it infuriates me every time I see a ratchet strap and I have to interact with it. I get angry. I, it's
oh my god, your shift is going to like cover your door with ratchet straps.
And I'll cut every one of them. I can't. We had to tie the boat down the other day, because the whatever for the FLIR has to get ratchet strapped down, and it was just frustrating me, and I just walked away. I was like, someone else deal with it. I'm not. I feel like it's a joke. I feel like they don't actually really work, or it's some sort of trick that you all use against us.
No, it's not a trick.
It's like we beat you in the Civil War, so you all came up with the ratchet strap thing to get back at us. That's what's going on. I don't know what it is.
No.
It just makes me feel.
Is it just the little ratchet straps or the big ones? Or
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. The concept does. They don't work. I'm convinced they don't work. And whatever way you're supposed to loop them through the stupid ratchet, you're gonna get it wrong the first time, every time.
No.
Every time. Yes. Telling you, it's terrible.
You put you get the ratchet, like, so it's, I don't know, open at pretty much a 90-degree angle, and you move it around a little bit so that groove that's in that center, whatever it is like perpendicular to the one side of it. And if you run it through that way, it'll automatically come back on itself, and then when you start ratcheting, it's going to pull against.
You are talking black magic. And if this is the 1600s, we would be sending people with pitchforks to burn you down right now. Because it's not true.
Well, it's got to be a 90 degree. It can't be an 80-degree angle. Got to be a 90.
Whatever you're saying is all lies. It's all propaganda.
Well, it's like I've seen these videos where these guys, they get done and they take the strap, the tail, and they like roll it on itself and then twist it into it and then twist it a couple times, and it like stays. It's amazing.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. I would imagine that you guys have a whole plethora of ratchet strap porn videos where you just watch ratchet straps getting put on and you just like, look at that ratchet strap. It is bullshit. It is crazy.
What about the ones that just pull against themselves? They don't ratchet, like the self-tensioning ones. They just squeeze the little trigger to let go.
I'm not sure I've seen those.
Yeah, we used to have them on the O2 tanks. Yeah. Oh God, do you remember the
terrible ones
that people would have trying to figure those things out on the O2 tanks?
They're terrible.
You would see, and they would have like it wrapped around 18 different ways, and then they would just pull it tight so the loop was holding on that one hook. It wasn't flipped. The latch wasn't flipped over.
You know what I would do? Tie them together in a knot. Done. Secure. I'm a smart man. I can tie knots all day. I cannot work a ratchet strap.
See, I'm not a big knot guy.
Oh,
I can tie enough to get myself in trouble. I can tie something that ain't going to move. I mean, she down tight.
Sure. I mean, I'm not like the wizard of knots. Some of those guys who like, oh, look at this, you can do this knot. I'm like, all right, I learned like the 6 knots I need to learn for my entire life.
I saw something the other day. They're like, oh yeah, this is a Brazilian bowline. I was like, what?
Yeah. I learned the 6 knots I needed when I was 17.
Or like they take one hand and they like throw it and they're like, look.
Oh
see?
yeah, I used to be able to do that.
Yeah, no.
I used to be able to do my figure eights by throwing them. It was fun. It's a complete waste of time. Just
you do that on the scene.
It's just women's panties drop off.
Oh yeah, and the patient's going, "I feel so safe."
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
The presidential chopper comes in. It's like, that's the one we're looking for. Yeah.
The media zooms in right then that happens. Yeah. Do one in each hand.
That would be impressive.
Yeah.
That would be impressive. Yeah, but knots make sense. They work with physics.
So do ratchet straps.
No, they don't. No. Ratchet straps are black magic.
They're black magic.
They're not. They're no bad juju.
Bad juju.
They're bad juju.
Yeah.
They don't work. Yeah, I just feel like the older I get, the more incompetent I am going to be at these things. It really worries me because my level of competence now is not high.
I'm fair to Midland most of the time.
Right. Like I was super impressed with myself the other day, like changing the battery in my RV. Like that's the level I'm at in competence.
Red to red, black to black.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't screw it up and I didn't electrocute myself.
Yeah.
Well,
I know I had something. I don't know if I still have it. It was like a light or something. And the battery terminals weren't labeled. And I swear to you, every time I would put the batteries in the wrong way. At least twice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Flashlights with the tubes where you just like
No.
throw the batteries on the back of the
Yeah.
handle.
Yeah.
Every time, put them backwards.
Yeah.
Every time.
Yep. Yeah. I tell you one thing that always infuriates me is plugging in a USB.
Yes.
You can't. You can't get it right.
I think you're actually not allowed to.
Yeah, it's like you've got a 50-50 shot, and guess what? You're going to get it wrong.
Yeah. Oh well, it's the other one for me is every time there's two doors and one of those doors opens, and why doesn't the other door open? I'm
Yeah.
choosing the door that doesn't open
Oh
every
yeah.
time.
Yep. Yeah.
Every time my face is going to mush against the glass like an idiot.
Yeah.
Every time.
I had that happen one time. I went to grab the door to like go in, and it's like, I was like, and somebody walked out the other door, and they're like, push, not pull, dummy. I was like, I was pulling, you jackass. It's a pull open. I can't go inside, push the door open to myself.
Yeah. Yeah. Why don't both doors open?
Yeah.
Why do they do that? It's crazy.
What you need is Jedi power, so you can just wave your hand, doors open.
I've been trying. Ever since that day in the gym, I've really been trying to work on my Jedi powers. Yeah, I've never felt better in the universe than that day. Yeah. I was really
Everybody has that one special day. That was yours.
Yeah, I was at peace. Nothing ever will top that. Yeah, it's kind of sad, actually. Yeah. You've reached perfection and you're working your way down from there.
Yeah. I would say any of the like build your own furniture kits, they make you feel pretty incompetent.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, take flange B into tab C. I see no B. I see no C.
My wife makes me feel incompetent every day.
She sees
something on the internet and says, look, they just built this thing out of pallets and it's an RV. What? What are you talking about, woman? Every pallet I've ever seen looks like crap. I don't even know what. But yes, she makes me look. She's always talking about, oh, you could build this. I built one thing in our house. It's a bench that sits in our foyer. And if you ever took it out, it wouldn't work because the walls are holding it up. Like it looks okay because it's forced up against the walls. It is shoddily built. And for some reason, I built that one bench and she thinks I can build things.
Hey, you know what? That shows the amount of faith she has in you.
Yeah, it's misplaced. Yeah. It's terribly, terribly misplaced. And I think it frustrates her more because she's like, well, why won't you build me things? And I want to say, because I don't know how.
That's not why you married me.
Right. What? That's what I always say to her. I'm like, what in our 20 years of experience together makes you think I'm handy? At all. She's like, well, you're a firefighter. Yeah, firefighters don't fix things. They break things. Yeah. You go to school to break stuff.
Firefighters do, but we do ultimately fix things. I mean, because that's why people call us for all the dumb stuff, because they know at the end of the day, we will somehow figure something out. So we don't need to be there anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
I will say I've learned more handy stuff from being a firefighter than I ever thought I would.
Yeah.
Because of all the dumb things people call me for. Because if it's on fire, I know how to handle that part.
Right.
Everything past that, I'm just going, yeah, let's wing it. Let's see what happens.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Everybody out there's going, oh my God, what? This is how fire and EMS is? Yeah. Guess what, folks? This is the hard truth.
The hard truth is we don't go to school and they talk about, here's how you get a cat out of a sewer drain. We just wing it until we figure it out once or twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're calling us because your lights are flickering? We're not electricians. I don't mess with electricity.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Yeah, my solution to that is click. Well, your entire house is out of power now. Call an electrician.
Yeah, call an electrician, go to a hotel room.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a lady call because her shower was, spewing water out of the valve. And I said, well, I'm going to turn the water off to your house. She's like, well, how do you do that? I said, well, if I can't find that, I'm going to turn it off of your street. Because those are two options we have.
And then your neighbors are going to be pissed too.
Yep. Yep. That's those option A, option B. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. If I can't find that, I'm going to the water plant.
Yeah. If I can't find that, I'm calling the city and I'm saying, shut down the whole city. We'll figure it out from there.
328 Sesame Street has a leak. Shut it down.
If you call the city and say shut down the water for the whole city, they'll figure out the problem. They'll come out. That's what I've learned.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're there going, well, I mean, we can't figure it out, so we're just going to shut everything down. And we'll be right there.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. They'd much rather them not us screw up things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of other things that I feel incompetent about, but the ratchet strap thing, man, it drives me nuts.
Ratchet straps. Wow. That's,
so bad. Never once have I had a good experience with a ratchet strap.
Yeah.
Never once.
I would say backing up a trailer.
Oh my God. I'm so terrible at that too.
I can do it, but I'm not great at it.
We backed the boat into the dock the other day for training.
Yeah.
And young Natalie, I was like, oh, here, why don't you back the boat up? And she's like, what do you mean? I'm like, get up there and back the boat up. She's like, what do you mean? I'm like, I don't know how to do it, so you do it. I know the basics. You put your hands on the bottom of the steering wheel and your thumbs out. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Go. Yeah. She got it though. Yeah. I'm just building up their confidence.
Oh yeah. Yeah. We all know in reality, you know how to do that perfectly. You want to give her a shot.
That's exactly what we tell themselves. Yeah. Look, I'm close to retirement. You guys need to know this stuff more than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, I still remember that old fireboat and Papa Hop launching us in that.
Oh, the one we
sunk. The plugs were pulled. Me and Darren Scott on that boat. Look forward. Papa Hop's laughing his ass off. Yeah, if you enjoy it.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Go Pop.
Yep. Then you get up there. What the hell did you do that for? I don't know. You said it was ready.
The level
back
of
in a
stuff
trailer where you gotta, like you said, you hold it at the bottom so that way if you want it to go to the left, you go left. I don't know.
Yeah, you're supposed to point your thumbs, right? You put your hands on the bottom, you put your thumbs, and the way you want the trailer to move, that's the way you move your thumb.
Yeah.
But we were talking about it at work yesterday. Glide scopes. My brain's too dumb for that interaction. My brain don't work that well.
Oh, look at a screen to your right while you're innovating to your left.
Yes, my brain don't work that way.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
It can be tricky.
Yeah. So anywhere where I have to think like that.
But see, now with like the trailers and stuff, they have it so much easier because they have all these backup cameras and doodads.
It's fair. It's fair. Not an RBO trailer.
No.
And my RV backup cameras.
The one thing like pointing at the sky.
Well, no, it just doesn't work.
Oh.
But the one thing I'm okay at is driving things. I'm pretty okay with that.
Yeah.
And my mother, our campsite was a little squirrely last time we went out, and there were trees.
As in, there were a lot of squirrels.
That too, but there were trees in our actual site. You had to like park the RV between the trees. And my mother visited our RV site. She's like, "How did you get it in there?" I'm like, "I backed it up." And she's like, "Do you have backup cameras?" I said, "No." She's like, well, I can't imagine how you did this. I drive fire engines for a living. I think I can handle driving this RV.
That is one thing, the fire department, you get really good at backing up.
You do, but you back like an idiot. Because you and I were raised in the era of you can't back up straight into the firehouse. You have to back up at a cockeyed corner and then cut it at the last second into the station.
Oh yeah, like to this day, if I back a piece of equipment in, I come at a weird angle, and people are like, "What the hell are you doing? We've got like a quarter mile ahead of you that's open." I'm like, I got to come at this angle. That's how I was raised.
still how I do it too. Back in the station one, I'll come in at weird like angle and cut it in the last second and put it on the line. It's just, because we used to pack 30 pounds of shit in a 5-pound bag.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's getting ice.
Oh, there's no ice in college, kid.
That's the little one. She's got field hockey tonight.
Oh.
Yeah.
I guess you can have ice then.
I guess you can have ice. Anything else that makes me feel stupid?
I mean, besides video games make you feel stupid all the time.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That's the thing. Like I said, I'm watching this guy play Elden Ring online. I'm like, he makes it look so easy.
Yeah. Just to put so much hours into it, and I just don't have the time.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's the thing. He was like, this is my 7th playthrough. I'm like, oh yeah, this boss is really easy. When he leaps at you, you dodge left, jump up once, dodge right, roll forward once. Oh yeah, duck, dip, dodge, and dive.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge an Elden Ring. Well, that's all I know that I'm incompetent about. Like, I'm sure that my wife would have a whole lot more answers.
Yeah, it's always nice when they bring them up. Like, hey, remember you can't do such and such.
Yeah. There's a ton of things I'm sure that she would have an answer for.
Yeah. So topic 2?
Sure, on to topic 2.
All right. We kind of talked about this one time before, but I found 15 rock songs that are actually really creepy when you listen to the words.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talked about Roxanne before.
Yeah. I think that might be on here. The first one they list is the Beatles' Run for Your Life. The Beatles' Gleaming Guitar Jangle that what? No. Oh, John Lennon took it and ran with it, adding atop the Beatles' Gleaming Guitar Jangle that he meant everything he said when he said, "Baby, I'm determined and I'd rather see you dead."
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I'm familiar with that song.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd rather see you dead, little girl, than to be with another man. Yeah, that's yeah, leave me, I'll kill you. That's probably not the best thing. Oh, you ever heard the song Killer Wolf by Danzig?
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure we both have. Yeah. It's the itinerant bluesman looking for a lover to shack up with for the night. But the line, "When I go inside your little girl," followed with "When I come inside," is very creepy.
Yeah, that's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Danzig's pretty creepy anyways.
Yeah. Death Cab for Cutie, I will possess your heart. You reject my advances and desperate pleas. Won't you let me down so easily? That's kind of creepy.
It's not that creepy.
Yeah.
It's much creepier than that, I would say.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, that song, Pumped Up Kicks by, I didn't notice, by Foster the People.
Yeah, that's a good song.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely one of those earworms.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, it's actually just somebody with a mental illness who's willing to kill people for their shoes.
Right?
Yeah. That's ooh, Great White. Once bitten, twice shy.
How's that creepy? Isn't the song about like you get burnt so you're shy? You don't want to get burnt again?
Understand how circumstances. Yeah. Listen back. Once. The music beneath the lights below the story. It sounds like Gleaming Rock Rollers. Yeah.
I thought we were going to go with, Baby, It's Cold Outside.
Oh, yeah. My Sharona?
What's wrong with my Sharona?
Never gonna stop. Give it up. Such a dirty mind. Always get it up for the touch of the younger kind. That's creepy.
Yeah, okay.
Oh no, there's danger.
There's danger.
Dear God.
There's a lot of danger. The whole danger is hitting us.
Oh, I think the oldest is home, so they hear her.
I thought you were going to go with like Nine Inch Nails Closer.
What about that? Or is it Closer or Closer?
I don't have an answer for you because they're both spelled the same.
Yeah. What's creepy about Closer?
Want to fuck you like an animal?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah. The Police, Every Breath You Take.
Yeah, we talked about the Police.
Yes.
That's a myriad of stalker songs.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's not exactly creepy. It's just wrong. Sublime the wrong way. Annie's 12 years old into Marshall Bill whore.
Well, I think that song's all about child prostitution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sublime songs are really kind of messed up if you listen to them.
Yeah.
Like all of them. A lot of drugs will do that.
Yeah, I was going to say a lot of drugs.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's a song called by the Carolina Buddies called "The Murder of the Lawson Family." What?
Okay.
Yeah.
Who was the Lawson family?
I don't know. They're evidently murdered.
Oh, it was like actually some real murders.
I think so.
It really, yeah. In the 1929,
Ooh,
a sharecropper murdered his wife and 6 of 7 children.
Yeah, that's not.
The man took his family out to have their picture taken, bought them new clothes to get a picture taken.
Oh, sounds delightful.
And then,
it's Owings Mills.
And then on Christmas Day, he shot and killed his daughters.
Oh my gosh.
And
here you go. Yeah, Closer.
Yeah.
Trent Reznor presents a murky tale about lust that's equal parts disturbing and X-rated.
Is it Closer or Closer?
Yeah, I can't. Wait, no, because I think he does say Closer in it. I like this. Containing some of the most raw and alarming word choices in music history, this 1994 single is not for your casual listener. Really?
It's the number 2 position on AOL's 69 sexiest songs of all time.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, it's close. Okay. I'm assuming that because the album was called Closer to God.
Yeah.
It's closer. Let me go with that.
George Michael, Father Figure.
Don't know if I know that song.
Yeah. Yeah, the song's clear focus throughout is on sex, which makes all of its youthful references seem very criminal. Michael even says in one part of the song that love can be mistaken for a crime. There's plenty of evidence, though, to suggest that the daddy, preacher, and teacher involved in the song are more about role play.
Well, I think that's probably when George Michaels was still in the closet.
Yeah.
So, that could be a thing. I'm looking up creepy songs too, but most of the ones I come up with are like mostly about the devil.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, the Carolina
But then you have
Buddies
songs now that you can't even understand the lyrics to them.
Sure.
So
there's lots of songs I don't understand lyrics to.
Are you using Spotify now or Pandora?
I'm still using Pandora for my music, but Spotify for my podcasts.
Okay. Because I've noticed sometimes on Spotify with the music, I swear some of the lyrics they have listed are wrong.
It shows you the lyrics?
You can have it so it like karaoke's it for you. Yeah. Yeah, because I've like looked, I was like, oh, okay, that's it. Wait, no, that can't say that. No.
The End is listed as a creepy song by The Doors.
Really? This is the end.
Oh.
Yeah. My One True Friend, the end. Yeah, I can kind of see
Apparently
that.
originally there was a whole like monologue about Oedipus complex and the whole Oedipus story.
Oh. Yeah.
And Morrison did a lot of drugs.
Yeah, again, yeah, drugs bad.
Drugs, not bad. Don't abuse them.
Yes, that's the biggest thing. Yeah. But there was a gentleman the other day, I read the run sheet, that was nervous for his detox, so he took, quote, a touch of meth to take the edge off.
A scotch. Just a little tiny bit.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know that there was a wee bit of meth.
What's the correct dosage of meth?
I don't think there is. Yeah. There's no FDA approved. Yeah. I was like, what? Yeah, and somebody's like, well, at least he was honest about it. I'm like, yeah, but he was going to detox. They're like, for alcohol, not for meth. I'm like, I guess you got me there. You got me there. Or there was the fella that took the handful of Flexeril, not to hurt himself, just to see how wild he could feel.
Flexeril?
Yeah.
That would not have been the thing I would have gone for.
I mean, I'm sure he was really relaxed.
I've worried that my rectum would relax so much I'd boot myself.
Yeah. But, yeah, it wasn't really great, but some are kind of creepy.
Some are creepy. My wife listens to creepy Halloween music when it gets closer to Halloween.
No, why?
I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, my kids are watching scary movies now.
I watched Jaws a week ago and I haven't slept in a week.
They watched, what's the one with the doll, Annabelle?
Oh, no.
Yeah. Yeah, and they started to talk about it at the dinner table the other night. I was like, I will punch you. God, no. Yeah, we're going to watch all of the Conjuring series and this and that. I'm like, why? Why? Did I not hug you enough? Oh, God.
Yeah, that's I mean that's like the number one thing in my household. I have to like run upstairs when my wife's watching horror movies and just go past the TV and not look over.
Yeah, well, I mean, my wife chuckles at it too. I'm sure there might be a scary movie preview Saturday before Deadpool and Wolverine, and I will be the grown man plugging his ears, closing his eyes.
Just go get a beer while they're doing that.
There's no beer at our movie theater.
I'm sorry, are you living in a third world country?
We are, when it comes to movie theaters. Yeah, my wife, she's like, oh, we could go to the theater in Cambridge. I was like, who the hell goes to Cambridge for anything other than being stabbed? God.
What if they have beer at the theater?
Evidently they do. And they have those recliny seats.
Yeah, that's what ours has.
Yeah.
You don't have recliny seats?
No.
Oh my God. Living like animals.
It's like the school auditorium. You fold down the seat and sit.
No wonder you want to not go to the theater. You're treated like cattle.
And you have to put your own butter on now.
What?
Yeah.
So RPX really stands for really poor experience.
That's probably what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's something.
Yeah. Oh, but they sell like hot dogs and stuff now, and like, what is it? Oh, like little individual pizzas. Yeah, I want a little individual pizza like I used to get in high school. I'm going to pay you $12 for that. No.
I'm okay. I guess I don't get it, but I guess I understand like getting candy. I don't really. Who needs to? You're so hard up that for the 90 minutes you're in the theater, you can't not eat a pizza or nachos. What's going on with you people?
Yeah. Our
You
family,
you
we
really
usually
need
just.
6 gallons of Coca-Cola?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, we'll get a popcorn and maybe some candy.
I'll get nothing tomorrow. I
Yeah.
might get a beer. Probably won't.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not big on the popcorn. My wife is all about the popcorn, the kids. I'm not a big popcorn guy.
I'm not a big popcorn guy either. It always gets stuck in your teeth.
Yeah.
It's not like it tastes good.
And I think there's something with the butter that messes with my tum-tum.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's probably not real butter.
No, I'm sure it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is eau de butter.
Yeah. It's butter spelled with like an umlaut over the T's and crap.
An umlaut over the T.
Yeah. Well, no, you're the RPX experience. You're not getting real butter. It's not even real corn.
It's real corn.
They send that to the real theaters.
It's
you
like
guys
it's styrofoam shavings.
Yeah, you guys down there, they're like, "Well, we heated up some styrofoam and some fake butter. Here you go, animals. Enjoy your cattle shoot."
I remember one time we went, and the popcorn was clearly burnt. You could smell it. We took a bite. It's like, oh gosh, we took it back. And they're like, "What do you want us to do about it? Give us unburnt popcorn."
Well, they probably had already, made 16 gallons. Like they pop like huge amounts of that stuff at a time.
Yeah,
they burn it all. Yeah, what do you expect? I mean, you're lucky you got popcorn. It's your movie theater.
Yeah.
/ I
had like a box of Skittles. No. We have Scattles.
I might send you a picture of me with a beer and my feet propped up watching Deadpool tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, are you filming the movie, sir? No, I'm just showing what real people experience.
Now, how mad will you be if you get to the theater tomorrow and their seats are good and they put you in the front row?
Probably chopping heads off kind of mad.
Okay. Yeah. Who I talked to somebody and they're like, "Oh, I love sitting in the front row." I was like, "The hell is wrong with you?"
I love having chronic neck pain. What?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you people?
No, you don't have to worry about anybody sitting in front of you.
Yeah, because the screen's 3 feet from your face and you're freaking looking up. Like a monster.
Yeah.
I like to sit in the nice mid row.
Yeah.
I don't like to sit all the way back. I like to sit right in the mid row.
Yeah. We're not in high school anymore. You don't sit in the back.
Yeah. The other problem with our theater is it doesn't have an exit on both sides.
Oh.
So it exits one side. So but you can get out of the aisle on both sides, and then you have to walk down in front of all the people if you want to go to like bathroom.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's a little dumb. But we, have beer and recliners.
Yeah. Well, some of the theaters at Regal 16 have 2 exits, but some of them just have 1.
Yeah.
I swear there's one in there. It's a tiny little theater. It's got like 50 seats.
I don't know how many seats are in the theater that we're going to tomorrow. It's not that many because it's all recliners.
Now, do they have the 4D experience ones too?
I don't think so. I think they just have IMAX at this one.
Like with the wind and stuff, I guess?
No. Just the IMAX here.
Yeah.
We don't have one of those theaters. There's a theater that they do like the dinner, which again.
Yeah.
You can't wait to have dinner after or before the movie?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you people?
Yeah, I don't get that.
I mean, I get not having dinner before the movie. You don't have to in the middle of your movie.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, see, and that's why I'd be worried about drinking a beer during a movie, because I might have to tinkle.
I can drink prodigious amounts of liquids before I have to, before my kidneys will exactly burst. I think I have a second bladder.
Yeah. Well, most people in fire and EMS do.
Yeah, I'm a medical marvel.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like today, I was like, man, I should pee. And, thinking back on it, it's that It's a mistake we've all made throughout our careers. I was like, I should pee. Nah, let me grab this for the ambulance real quick. And then we got back-to-back calls. It's like, God damn it.
We went on that hazmat call yesterday, and I'd never peed.
Oh.
But I also sweated out all of it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, that's probably not good. That's why you had to take a nap today. You were dehydrated.
Probably. It's a very fair point. Yeah.
Well, I think we've spun off on a couple tangents from that.
We've gone on the tangents. It's about time to go get some, my 6 o'clock dinner. Can't wait that long. Oh, man.
I gotta take some, we're having some baked potatoes tonight.
Oh. Yeah. That's nice.
Yeah.
I'm just going to scrounge around until I find something to eat. Yeah. Like an animal. Yeah. The wife has abandoned me.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, stop getting her hair did.
Oh, fancy.
Yeah, it's fancy.
Yeah, folks, thanks for listening. Remember, invite your friends to the Discord channel. We've had some more people pop off on there. We've got, I've heard some people, discussing, there's a Lauren, there's a Justine, I think.
What? Don't ask me to pronounce things. I already said it was closer.
Yeah. Well, yeah. But, be good to each other, people.
Yeah. All right, folks. Be safe out there.